It's Ken Harbaugh. I can't stop thinking about the millions of Americans who are suffering after the recent hurricanes. I've seen the aftermath of storms like these close up when I helped lead a disaster relief organization. That's me in the Philippines after Typhoon Haiyan. I try never to let politics get involved in the relief effort. As a frontline disaster responder, nothing was more frustrating to me than when the politicians dropped in without a care in the world for how disruptive their presence was, just to get in front of the cameras. So the first time Ron DeSantis pulled that stunt, I let it go. This was a couple days ago.
I don't give a flying no.
But frustration mounted as civilians were told to pause their relief operations for several hours as Governor Ron DeSantis toured the area.
Our hands are tied.
I'm not trying to be rude, but we've been doing this very thing one street over, and the only reason we're not over there
because the governor's
That's right.
I understand.
So why does that have to stop right now? It's the same thing we've been doing before anybody was here.
All right, we're going to head back
Governor,
over
can I ask you one question?
I'll get to you. I'll get to you. All right, I'm still good.
Frustrated that they had to shut down operations because you're here. Can you just, what is your message to them? They had to pause operations, Governor, while you came in. Can you, I'm with ABC Action News. I just want you,
that's great.
Your message is,
anyone to pause anything? I think that
folks were stopped from going in back and forth. We have it on.
But he's back at it now, accusing the regime media, whatever that is, of hoping that Hurricane Ian would strike Florida just to make him look bad.
I mean, I think part of it, quite frankly, you have national regime media that they wanted to see Tampa because they thought that that'd be worse for Florida. That's how these people think. I mean, they don't care about the people of this state. They don't care about the people of this community. They want to use storms and destruction from storms as a way to advance their agenda. And they don't care what destruction's in their wake. They don't care about the lives here. If they can use it to pursue their political agenda, they will do it. And so I think there was a lot of buildup.
What kind of leader, what kind of person turns a tragedy this monumental into a personal affront? It's a window into how Ron DeSantis thinks. Everything is about him, even a hurricane that devastated communities and killed hundreds of his fellow Floridians. Even as he's touring destroyed neighborhoods, he's campaigning. I guess it shouldn't come as any surprise after Donald Trump, the man who made Ron DeSantis, held up aid to California after massive wildfires because California is a Democratic state. Ron DeSantis knows exactly what he's doing and who he is speaking to. The extremist base of the Republican Party feeds off of this kind of paranoia. Check it out.
We understand that the deep state, they have weather manipulation technology. They have DARPA. They know how to manipulate and create big storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, climate change, etc. And these huge hurricanes always seem to target red states, red districts, and always at a convenient time, typically right before elections. Or, in this case, possibly because Ron DeSantis has been stepping out of line a lot and challenging, fighting the deep state. I don't know, Lauren. The timing is definitely interesting, and they're even saying it. Do you think this could be a weather-manipulated hurricane?
Yeah, well, we know the technology does exist. And
Right.
I mean, Deanna, they're literally trying to change people's DNA through vaccination. Of course, they would be willing to do something like this to target red states. I have no doubt. I mean, the technology exists to manipulate weather. And, this whole storm coming, I know that Florida is prone to hurricanes. However, this developed into a Cat 4 or Cat 5 overnight.
Right.
And it does seem to be hitting the conservative areas of the state. I'm not putting it past the elites to target something like this towards Florida as punishment for getting rid of vaccine mandates or getting rid of child grooming. They are angry with us, and it wouldn't surprise me to find out. And yeah, the technology does exist, but you're not supposed to talk about that or know about that because that's controversial or a conspiracy theory. No, it's true.
I can't help but notice the contrast between Ron DeSantis' cynicism feeding the crazies in his party and our current president's actual leadership. In the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, Joe Biden set politics aside and reached out to Governor DeSantis on multiple occasions to offer whatever aid Florida might need, because that is what a president does in a moment of crisis. It's what any leader who truly cares about people does. And it's why Ron DeSantis can never be president.
This November is Rovember. MeidasTouch just released its brand new collection of Rovember t-shirts and pins to let the country know what's at stake this upcoming midterm election. Go to store.meidastouch.com to grab yours. That's store.meidastouch.com.